Hello there, YouTube fans. As I did the original, why not the sequel? Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. Now it's been some years since I saw this one. I saw the original. Let's see, I did order that. I saw the fourth one, got me into it. Then I saw the original. Then I saw the third one. And then I think, then I saw the second one. Mad what I did. But a lot of people badmouth the second one. They say that it was a bit gay, which I'll get to that. They said that it wasn't as good as the first one. Fair enough. And okay, Wes Craven wasn't directing it. I think he was directing another film called Deadly Friends. Good film. So a lot of people say, it's shit and all this, but I've got to disagree. I have got to disagree. Because I like this one. I think it's very unestimated. Yep, it's unestimated. Is it as good as the first one? No. But it's not fucking bad. It's different, yeah. But you want to see different done a shit way? What's the fucking horrible remake I fucking ranted on? Yeah, that's different. But it's shit different. This, it tried to do something different and unique, and I respect it. And again, this is a prime example of why nobody can replace Robert fucking England. Because here's something people may or may not know this, but at the time, New Line Cinema was planning on doing a second Nightmare on Elm Street. The original was a big success, and decided why not toss in and make a sequel one day later, that being Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. And at the time, Robert England, he liked playing Freddy. Don't get me wrong, he did like playing Freddy. But the makeup was so painful, it really hurt his face that much, like I said on the last one, on the original, that he wanted a bit more money. It's not deed, it's understandable. He wanted a bit more money, it was not long after doing the TV series, V, and he wanted to make a bit more of a profit. He felt that this is going to be successful, he's got to wear makeup and to make another one, more makeup. So he just wanted a bit more money, that's all. But New Line Cinema was being greedy, being fussy. I thought, fuck it. They can replace Michael Mathers, they can replace Jason Voorhees, they can replace other actors to play, Leatherface in the Chainsaw Massacre films. You need fucking Robert England. That's what they thought. And they did actually have another actor, not making this shit up. They had another actor playing it, and I would have loved to see the original auditions of this other actor, whoever he was, because apparently he sucked. He fucking sucked that bad. He walked like Frankenstein's monster, and he was terrible. He was fucking horrendous. It got to the point where New Line Cinema said, fuck it, Robert England, name your price, we're having you. And it was the best move. To my eyes, it was the best move New Line Cinema, who was a company at that time, did. And there we had Robert England, prices low, as Freddy. And sadly, I can't find the Freddy fucking guff. I've got it somewhere, but I can't be arsed looking. I just feel it's appropriate to put on the fucking guff, because as Freddy says, try this on for size. And I like it, it's a bit like your Possession, like The Exodus, Annabelle 2, The Possession, and a lot of other films, if it's a girl or a boy that gets possessed. It starts off a bit where a lad's going to school, he's on a school bus, and you think, what the fuck's going on here? The bus is driving off, and suddenly the bus driver's turning into Freddy fucking Krueger. But then you realise it's a nightmare. You got a new lad called Jesse. This is a bit now where people say, oh, he's dead, there's not a day innuendos in the film. Now, I've got nothing against the actor, but in real life, for people who may not know this, he was gay. Michael Patton was the name of the actor, and he was gay in real life. So there was that day innuendo, but that's the actor in real life. That's that's the person in real life. Whatever his sexuality is, it's the guy's business. It's not for me to judge on anyone else, But in this, he had a girlfriend who he fell for, and that funny bits to take the mick out of the name Jesse. And I do actually like his girlfriends. He does have a very long look. Can't think of the name of the actress now. Mel Steek. Remember Mel Steek? She has a long look of her. She's been in a few other things and all, that prayer. And there's a new kid on the block. And of all the fucking houses he moves in, surprise, surprise, he only moves in the same house with the door. Nancy was in. You know the door, Nancy? Yeah, Nancy Harrow. He paid Nancy. Yeah, the same fucking house. Little bits in there, but they mention bits of the original. But again, it's a different story. You've got Freddy trying to possess a young lad. I get it at the time, it was near summertime, because there's a bit where they mention having a Barbie. It's very unlikely you'd have a Barbie in fucking winter. And the dude's complaining it's hot a lot. In the movie, they're complaining, oh, it's hot as an oven. Little bits in here couldn't be doing me. If that the bit where the bird comes alive and it pecks that fucking bird to death and it fires off, I thought, not really needed. But there's other bits I do like. It's cheaper. I don't think the music is as cheapy or as nerving as the original theme tune from A Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's still not a bad one. I mean, it's not a bad one. There's little bits in there where he's starting to fucking stare at the lad, and there's bits where he says, "Play with me, join me," and you can see Freddy in it. There's a bit where he even kills a cheetah, which I thought was a bit weird, because I always thought Freddy killed kids, and I never got why he's trying to possess this fucking lad. But as the film goes on, you get the reason why. He knows, like Freddy, that if he possesses this long fucking lad, like if he possesses his fucking body, he can then be into the real world and attack the new kids on the block. Could be that he used to be a kiddie killer. The bit I didn't get why he killed the cheetah, but again, you know, the bit with the cheetah, right? And the cheetah's Jay. That's what I mean by Jay, you and Endos. The cheetah is Jay. That's me thinking, is he a fucking pedo? You know, he likes his lad lung, and he, desperate for some reason, he goes to a gay bar to see this cheetah. He's a bit of a bully, he's a bit of, you know, like a PE cheetah, and he's a bit of a fucking bully, and he gets killed. But that's where you get the idea, Freddy is going into Jesse's body, I don't mean in the sexual way. He's got a mate and all who he winds up a lot. I don't like his mate in this, so some of the lines are funny. "Hey, you going to the party?" "No." "Why?" "Because I threw my nan down the stairs." Another scene where Jesse goes in his bedroom. "What the fuck are you doing in my bedroom, bro?" "There's something trying to get inside me." "Yes, it's waiting for you in the party, and it's his female." "What the fuck are you doing in my bedroom?" Just some of the lines he says, "Hey, what the fuck's up, dude?" So I sort of like his mate, you know, just some of the funny lines he comes out with, even though he's a bit of a dick. I just like him, I just think he's funny. I mean, I had a mate like that myself once, was a rat stew, really good personality. But yeah, I just like his mate. So when he gets killed by Freddy, that's the only time, believe it or not, tears come down my eyes, because it's like, I liked him, he was funny. No, it reminded me a bit of one of my mates I hang around with. You know, you always get a mate who's a bit of a dick, but in a funny way, you like him because, you know, makes you laugh. But yeah, he gets killed and you see Freddy's perfection laughing. But I love the effects. Before he kills his mate, he goes into Jesse, again, not sexual, he comes out of his body, dud practical effects. Dud practical fucking effects. Why is it they don't have effects like that anymore? Why? But again, he gets into him. I remember the scene where he's attacking all the kids in the Barbie, and then the scene where he's dead like that, and he says, "You are all my children now." I love it. Again, the dude tries to save Jesse, that's her hubby, and goes into the boiler room. And let's not forget the iconic scene where she says, "You can fight him, he lives on your fear." And then, lucky enough, Jesse must fight him, gets the better out of him, and he fucking melts, and Jesse comes back. The only bit I didn't like was the ending. They tried to copy the ending from the original, you know, where Freddy fucking gets the mummy and tags her for the fucking door, typical jump scare ending. Didn't really think it was needed, but because it never really followed on. And I'll get to the ending. Jesse and his girlfriend are on the bus, you think it's a happy ending. Jesse gets a bit paranoid because the bus is going fast. And this is a good bit. Robert England also paid the bus driver. True story. He also paid the bus driver. The bit where he's looking and thinking, it was like Robert England did. That's because it was Robert England. Paid 2 roles. And at first the lad's thinking, oh, it's just being paranoid. And then think one of Tina's mates, the one, not Tina, the girl who's his bird, her mate says, it's okay, it's perfectly okay. Next thing you know, Freddy's hand goes through a stomach, busts eyes off, you find out it wasn't his imagination, at least you're thinking, did he kill him? Was it just a nightmare? We never followed that on because you get it in the third one, so you never did know what happened to Jesse and his fucking girlfriend. You never know. I do like his dad in it, Jesse's dad though. He just needs a methadone in it. He don't need help, he needs a methadone in it. I think I've seen him before. He's the one in Return of the Living Dead. The one that made his dad. But yeah, he's doing a few things. But I like it. I do remember having the original Water Buffers video, which at the ending, it does have a different bit. You get the same theme tune, which is in the opening. But as this went on and remastered and having on video and DVD, you do get a different theme tune called If You Ever Had a Dream Like This, Then I Did. But if you ever remember the original Water Buffers version on VHS, I'm not making this shit up, it is actually have the original theme tune from the opening of Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. I thought that was weird, but you know, it's just me being nitty-pricker. But other than that, Elm Street 2, it's different tone, it made money, but sadly to say, people preferred the original, so when they got to the third one, that's where they altered it and made it a bit more like the original. With Ali and Marty had a tamp, as I meant to say, as an answer, prizes a roll. But I didn't think the second one was that bad. The dad did something different at the time, didn't rub off, so they went back to him being a guy who kills people in dreams. Other than that though, I didn't think it was that bad. Other than that, see you later.